Megaman, we need to stop this thing, and fast! Roger. I'll look for the control system. Okay. But be careful. This is a dangerous place. Okay. Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Replay Mega Man Battle Network 3. In the last part, we dealt with the immediate fallout of World 3 getting their hands on Alpha and made our way to their home base. And now we're in the first of the final area computers. These are the World 3 tank computers. The main mechanic for these areas is twofold. For one thing, there's the Sky Claws. If those get above you, they grab you and take you to a little junk platform, usually farther back in the level design, so your goal is to sneak past them. My main strategy to get around them, though, also high Zap Ring 3, is to effectively just do what I did in the Gas Network back in Battle Network 2. Just save every time I get before a set of them, and then if I get caught, immediately soft reset and walk from there. But also, you may have noticed there was a weird red puddle on the screen a moment ago. Those are alpha bug puddles. When you step in one of those, you're automatically captured and are sent back to the same platform by a Sky Claw that comes from nowhere. However, the alpha bug puddles are only visible if you have the alpha program in your Navi customizer. They're always there, you just can't see them otherwise. This is what I was talking about last time, where you technically don't need that program in your Navi cust, because as long as you know where the puddles are from previous experience, you can get around them pretty easily. But on a first playthrough, they are definitely placed in places that are meant to surprise and trap you into getting sucked back to the checkpoints without realizing that there's something there that can grab you. I would recommend, honestly, just having a map up for this area rather than having the program in, because since the puddles themselves don't move, you can get around them pretty quickly. Otherwise, our goal is to sprawl across these networks and find those ID datas, which allow us to open the cyber gates that usually blockade the end of any of these given computer areas. Also, appropriately enough, we're at the end game, and this is our 500th subscriber special, as late as it is. I know I've been saying it again, I've said it basically every time. Thank you guys so much for the subscriptions and all the support, it really means a lot. With that said, time to save, because we're coming up on our first rematch for this particular entry. So nice to meet you again, Mega Man. And you, Lan. Flashman and his operator! So you were the one behind that beam. I've been brought back thanks to Lord Wily. Don't think that I'll be deleted as easily as last time. The only way you can stop the guard robot is by defeating us. Flashman, delete Mega Man and take our revenge. Yes, sir. Wait till you get a look at this, Lan. Flashman, full synchro! Full synchro? How is that even possible? I've been fully digitized. Syncing with my Navi is second nature to me now. I can feel the power within me. By synchronizing, we can operate at 100% efficiency. You'll never be able to defeat us. Time to be deleted, Mega Man. Lan, here we go. Battle routine set. Execute. You'll pay dearly for what you did to me.
Boss rush.
How could you defeat us again? Flashman, prepare yourself. Shining Crusher. Yes, sir. Oh no, I don't think I can take that now. Shining? Checkmate. Tora! I told you, you have to look several moves ahead. How dare you ambush me? Look who's talking! Arrgh! Thanks, Tora! No need for thanks. Now come on, let's get going. Okay, Mega Man, jack out. Roger. One computer down, several to go. Lan, I know you can defeat World 3. Before we head on further in, though, it's time for us to take care of Kingman Beta and get ourselves the latter two Kingman chips for now. Even with end of campaign folders, Kingman is still one of the more annoying navies to fight, even with break charge, only because the pawns and the rooks really do keep you on your toes for a good amount of this, on top of having to track where Kingman himself is moving. If this was like certain fights back in BN 1 or 2 where he just kind of stayed in the back row on the center at all times, this wouldn't be too bad, but they definitely made an annoying fight here. Oh, also, since I brought it up during the Undernet ranking stuff, the boss design contest for Megaman Battle Network 3 ended up having 3 winners, which were Kingman, designed by Koshiro Umegaki, Mistman over in 3 White, designed by Tsubasa Kataoka, and Bullman over here in Battle Network 3 Blue, designed by Atsuya Shimizu. And there was actually also a contest like that for BN2 that Gateman was the winner of. That was in specific designed by Shoichiro Satokawa. What is this place? It looks like Wily's research lab. Doesn't seem to be anyone around, though. Looks like Wily must be somewhere else. Looks that way. There must be some way to another room from here. Well, let's find it. And thus, we search around. Let's look for a way to get through. Not too many things we need to investigate around here to get through, though. Looks like Wily used this PC. Something is stuck between the keys. And there we get a Magnum 1 battleship. A statue of Wily. It's too heavy to be moved. It's a statue of Wily. What kind of person decorates with a statue of himself? Always love that kick. This statue sure is light. Lan, please stop playing with that. We have to move on. I know. Chad, we found a way. Let's move on. The Magnum battleship, by the way, is the same attack as the Bashers. They're even the ones that have that battleship, and you can encounter them, I think, back at the tank computer with oil body. And it will crack panels just like the actual attack does. Whoa, another one? Quiet. He hasn't noticed us yet. We can try to slip past him. Yeah. Ready, set, go. Oh boy. It's Bubble Man. Chad, you go ahead. I'll take care of this guy. Gotcha. That rock is rather precarious up there as well. Lan! Whoa! Whoa! Lan, run! Try this on for size! Boulder toss! Sorry to keep you waiting, Lan. Dex! Now we're even for yesterday. Now, Lan, jack in! Gotcha. Time for our second World 3 tank computer, because we're going to be dealing with a couple of these, to say the least. Megaman, shut this thing down! Roger. There's actually quite a few new viruses in the later World 3 computers that you can especially find more easily by using any of the elemental searching Navicus programs like Battery, like Jungle, and all those. I'm not focusing on them for now, though, because I'm just going to get them during the post-game, because due to behind-the-scenes style change reasons, I'm going to focus on getting all the custom-style exclusive battleships first, as there are other battleships that are exclusive to a certain other style change, and since I'm almost to the point where my custom style's maxed out, I'm on a technical time limit to get those without going super out of my way and doing a lot more battle grinding than I would like to in this LP. These particular cranes, I don't know why, I've always just had trouble getting around them because I think they move faster either when they're off screen or when they're not on the side you're on, and it just never quite feels right to play around with. And there's the Wave battleship. Basically never going to use it, but it's nice. Does some good coverage for hitting multiple enemies at once. Also, goes without saying, the World 3 computer theme is one of my favorite in the series. Generally speaking, barring BN1 because of how it handles its endgame, though, every final area in these games has really good music. I think my favorite version of one of those is actually BN5's. Bubble Man! So it's Mega Man! I owe you for being mean to me, blum blum. That Mega Buster hurt, so did Roto Man's sword! First Flash Man and now Bubble Man? Here we go again, Mega Man. Blah, 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 blah. Lord Wily has made me a lot stronger than I was before. this time I will delete you! Don't let your guard down, Mega Man. Battle routine set. Execute. I can't believe you beat me again! Just you wait, Alpha will absorb you! Lan, has the guard robot stopped? No. So Bubbleman wasn't operating that thing? Mega Man, someone else is behind this. Go find him. Roger. Also, as I said earlier, yeah, the World 3 computer is where the boss rush of sorts is as we're refighting all the earlier World 3 navies. Though they actively do something differently than the version of it in Battle Network 2. Back in BN2, when we refought the bosses for the plot, they were all in their initial power state, but they are all actively in their V2 alpha state here in BN3. So expect a little more power from the boss fights than the initial fight this time around. I think that is the better way to do it, honestly, for this series overall, but oh well. It's over pretty quickly all the same. But that said, we got a new virus here. These are LBs. They move randomly around their side of the field, but when they actually do something, they effectively just do a version of a charge attack directly at you. I don't think it's from the exact far side of the screen like it is with the fishy viruses. I think it's from only a few spaces away, but if you're good about reacting quickly enough in these games so far, you should probably be able to take them out no problem. They do have their own battle chip line, but I'll be worrying about that down the line. Back in World 3 Computer 1, I said you probably should be safe scumming to an extent in the case you get captured. If that really becomes true at any point though, it's gonna be around World 3 Computer 3. You really want to start doing that. Because as you can see based off here towards the end of World 3 Computer 2, they start spamming a lot of these things very quickly. And if you see me do a fade transition after saving like that, that means I got caught a couple of times. I'm just trying to save time. And that said, let's see who's waiting at the end of this computer.
Megaman, this place shall become your grave.
Who is that? Where are you? Mega Man, below you! Whoa! This is Digisand, which means... That's right, Land of Mega Man. Tsuneyama! But weren't you arrested by the officials? Ha! Lord Wily hacked into the system and freed me. And it's so good to be back. Now I can watch TV again. You escaped? You bet. To delete those who stand in the way of Lord Wily's plans. Chad wouldn't even tell me the ratings of the N1. You'd think that an official would keep his promises. Anyway, it's time for you to have some fun with Desert Man. Things won't go as smoothly as they did during N1, I promise. Let's see how you like it under a desert of Digisand. Desert Man, full synchro. Lan, this is bad. Desert Man's under the sand, but I can't tell where. Ah, isn't there some way you can lure him out? Ah! You should be in comedy.
This road shall be your last.
Gutsman, help Mega Man. Yeah! What was that? An earthquake? Ouch, my head. Ah! Now, Lynn. Thanks, Tex. Go for it, Mega Man. Battle routine set. Execute. Yeah. Ah. Lan. Hey, the guard robot stopped. We have to check on Chad. Jack out. Roger. And while we can move on, there's something else we can do too. Lan, it's up to you now. I want to go too, but I just slow you down. I'm counting on you, Lan. We can now challenge Dex once again for the first time since the N1 Grand Prix scenario even. And while we do have to actively start a Gutsman Alpha because we never did a proper rematch against him outside of story stuff, this means not only can we get another Gutsman V2 copy for ourselves, but we can now properly challenge Gutsman Beta and get Gutsman V3. A little weird how they handled this in specific with flagging, but oh well. I'll take the extra Gutsman chips. Ultimately, I still think they are very good. No fair, you cheated. Sure I did. What's that noise? Just my imagination, I guess. Let's get going. Huh? I thought that was a little too precariously placed. Whoa! No, that was ultimately harmless, huh? Wow, that was close. Chad! Chad, are you okay? Lan, go on through that door. What are you talking about? I'm going to help you. Don't worry about me. You have to delete Alpha now. This is to protect us all. No way. How can I help the entire world if I can't help a friend? There's no way I'm going to leave you behind. Come on, Megaman. You bet. World 3, Computer 3 is go. Chad is in trouble. We have to find out who's running this. Roger. Also, I don't think I mentioned it, but I actually really like the background here. It's also a nice little throwback because, for those who watched my Battle Network 2 redo LP, in the post-game, that looks a little familiar, doesn't it? Also, I should correct something I actually said a few moments ago. There's one program I said I have that I don't yet. There's Jungle. That is the wood elemental anti-sneak run of sorts that will actively attract wood-type viruses if there are any in a map to you. And we got a new virus here, Heat Jelly. It's jellies, only has more HP, and its wave attack now is Heat Elemental instead of Aqua Elemental. Ultimately, still pretty okay. It was actually technically in control of a hidden chip in some of the earlier games because of what Big Red Wave was back when, but not too much to worry about here, although the attack, if it goes off, is pretty hard to dodge. Auras and certain tiers of barriers can help get around that on top of some shield styles though, so it's ultimately not too bad. But yeah, I genuinely really like how they handle BN2 into Battle Network 3 as sequels. I think they make, for 2/3 of a really good trilogy, that Battle Network 1 just kind of a weak link of. The unfortunate thing is, that's true for both trilogies, so to speak, within Battle Network. Their first entries are just easily the weakest of the set, due to either overambition or not being sure what the series was going to be yet, unfortunately. And I honestly really like how they handled this kind of idea moving forward too, because there's a little bit of tying back to previous games moving forward, just period. But 4 ties into 5, ties into 6, albeit 4 ties into 5 more than 5 ties into 6. Those who know what I mean. World 3, Computer 3, though, as you can see, definitely steps up the amount of the grabby hands you have to deal with up there, to the point where the last section here coming up right before the boss fight has way too many for its own good, it feels like. The escalation doesn't exactly feel organic, but at the same time, you can just save skim and it doesn't really matter at that point. There's some bashers. So, even though we already have the Magnum 1 chip, I'm showcasing me getting this Magnum 1A for a specific reason. You're going to need one of those for one of the last job BBS requests, so you might as well grind for one around right now if you can anyway. I'm just glad I got that one along the way. Oh, that looks like a good couple of people coming up here. Uh-oh. Are we in for 2 fights? You? Destroying nature while you fight World 3? That's the one who deleted me while I protected nature. He's an incarnation of civilization. What? You're the ones who want to ruin the Earth? Ha! No need to get all hot under the collar. Thanks for the other day. You really were a hit with Scilab. Match. Have any idea how many people you hurt? We're just doing our job. It doesn't matter how many people are hurt. Right, Aneta? Hey, watch that heat. You're gonna set Plant Man on fire. But yeah, you're right. Mega Man is a danger. He must be deleted. Flame Man and I will do that right now. Ready, Flame Man? My heat is fueled by pure passion. Flare away, Flightman, and let's burn together. Full synchro. Kind of wish you guys could get that done a little more quickly. Let us be joined as well, Anetta. Of course! Full synchro! Couldn't have both done it at once even. You have to get the dialogue in for both of you. Both of them at once? That's not fair. Not fair. It's called strategy, boy. Here we come. Lan, watch out. We can take him, Mega Man. Double routine set. Execute. Even if you can beat us, you'll never defeat Alpha. I thought I'd be able to watch the world end, but Alpha will soon awaken. So hot. Alpha will soon awaken? Lane, we have to hurry. Yeah. Wait, how's Chad doing? I'm jacking out now, Mega Man. Okay. Looks like he's fine. Forget about me. Quickly, deal with Wily. Alright, sure thing. Is this place deserted? Lan, we need to look for clues that'll lead us to Wily. Yeah, let's go. Got a lot of pulse transmission systems around here. I don't like that it's stained black. I don't like what that could potentially imply. Hey, there's a passage behind this cable. A hidden passage. I bet it leads to Wily. Yeah. Let me take a deep breath here. Okay. Let's go get him. We're almost there. That's quite a door. I'm sure Wily must be inside. Mega Man, no. Hub. We'll always be together, right? Lan. Of course we will. Together forever. Forever and ever. Thanks. Let's go, Mega Man. To our final battle. Roger. What? Lan, get back! Oh no, not another one.
Too bad. Almost got you. Mega Man, do you hear me? Check it now. I will delete you.
Drillman's back too? Lan, we'll have to fight on this one too. There's not much time before Alpha wakes up. Hurry!
You're going to be deleted right now, so why hurry?
Ready, Lan? There's no way we can lose. Just going to stealthily avoid that drill because I don't want to just impale myself. Welcome to the final of the main world. 3 computers, and I think this one in particular has quite a few new viruses. Mega Man, it's almost time for Alpha to awaken. We don't have time to waste. Find Drillman. Fast. Roger. With that said, this is easily the hardest of the 4 to get around, so if there's any place to start saves coming so you don't have to walk back to a place over and over again, it's here. Because now the grabby claws move quickly, and as you can see, there's plenty of alpha goop around here that'll just swallow you up. Although, after this particular computer, you don't need the alpha program in your Navi customizer anymore, so you can take it out at that specific point. In this fight, though, I max out Custom Style, getting its final Navi custom program, Custom 2, which puts another 2 chips onto the battle screen at the start of battle. So with the other custom ones we have, you can have up to 4 extra ones by default. But now that we've actually maxed out Custom Style, the next time we hit a 100th battle, Mega Man is just going to transition into a new style change from there. Which is why, once we get into post-game, my first action is going to actually be getting all the custom style exclusive chips, because that way I can get the next style change and not have to worry. With that said, I did obviously just do some new customizing with my Navi customizer, and I even used the compression code for Custom 2, which is holding select and pressing A down, up, down, R down. And that's real good to have, because this way I can just have so many chips from my folder at the start, almost a third of it by default. It's great. I love custom style, but for post-game we're going to be relying on a different style change in order to get other battle chips largely, so don't get used to seeing it around. The style changes implementation with the Navi Customizer, I think, really does bring the most out of that particular gameplay styling. And for all my misgivings with Battle Network 3's structure in the latter third of its plot, all the advancements it actively makes for the combat are genuinely so good, and it makes it so worth playing. Genuinely, Battle Network 2 style changes help mold to your playstyle to begin with, but Battle Network 3 just takes that and runs with it. And I think they make some missteps with that, going backwards a little bit in BN4, but then BN5 and 6 just go full hard back in this direction in a way I completely enjoy. With that said, they definitely save what I think is the worst of these crane sections for last. Not this group of slow-moving ones, now these are fine. But after the final door, there's 6 more of these cranes to deal with, and they move in groups of 3. And I don't know why. I have never found a consistent way to get past them besides just save scumming and rushing at very specific timings. I just can't compute how this set moves in a way that feels right, especially because some of them are offset in a way that does not feel comfortable. So there you are, Mega Man. Where'd you want some holes? You can't hurt me. We can't lose now after coming so far. That's what you think. But just wait until I turn you into Swiss cheese. You think we'll let someone like you beat us? Go, Mega Man. Battle routine set. Execute. I can't believe it. I'll trigger my self-destruct and blow you both up. Mega Man, stop Drill Man. Roger. Mega Man. Looks like your battle damage is taking its toll. Lan, run. No way, Mega Man. We'll always be together, right? Stupid human. You'll be together all the way to heaven. Lan! I'm not finished with you yet. Come back here. Proto Man! Chad, but you're hurt! Go, Lan. You're the only one who can stop Wily. All of Network Society is counting on you. Go, quick! Okay. We'll stop Wily and his evil plans. Let's go, Lan. This is the big battle. Okay. And thus we've reached the end. Lan, you have to save the world. We can see which of us is the best after this is all over, at Hades Isle. What he's saying there is that we actively can't fight Proto Man for his battle chip until post-game. But you might remember last time and earlier this video I said there's some more BBS jobs we can do. Let's go do those first, because I want the rewards from them before the end game, frankly. The final 3 in the game at that, from memory. Let's start off with Legendary Tomes. Come to Hades Isle. Sure, vague, but sure. In specific, they do mean the cyberspace version of Hades Isle, by the way, so you need to jack in from that one terminal. And from here, we need to go right near where we actually found one of the Undernet ranked nabs. We need to come along this path and then go even further towards where one of the victory data supposedly was during our first trip here to Hades Isle. Also, you might notice Hades Isle looks a little different. I'll talk more about this in a moment. Ooh. Even though I'm dead, I can't even rest in peace. Those tomes, those 3 legendary tomes. I almost had them deciphered too. It's frustrating. Hey you, Navi, can you find my tomes? When I died, someone stole the 3 tomes. If you find them, you can have the treasure in them. But I won't let anyone have the tomes themselves. They were my whole life. They mean everything to me. The one who stole them is in the Undernet. Help me. Alright, in the Undernet's a little vague, but we can head over towards where Drillman jacked in and find some actual evidence towards where we need to find them. First off, we want to head over to Undernet 6 and head over towards where we actually found the sub-memory here a few parts back in order to find our first NPC in question. C-Tome? Yeah, I got it. But if you want it, you're gonna have to battle me. I haven't been able to find any worthy opponents lately. You look like you might have what it takes. So give it a shot. If you win, you can have this. Alright, sounds easy. There's a good sport. We actually got a new virus here too. These are Twinists and NOs. We've actually been able to run into NOs for a while. They're in the TV computer over at the hospital. Whereas Twinists are the highest version of the virus we encountered during that one side quest earlier. They can also only be killed if you take them both out at once. NOs, we're not going to get to see what they do until I actually go get their battleship down the line though, so for right now, don't worry too much about this. And now I need to dance around them in such a way that I take them both out at once. Thankfully, my shard shot's strong enough at this point, as long as I get them in a certain setup. Variable swords could also work, but they're a little harder to do that with, given their movement speed. I knew I was right about you! Here, take it! And there's the C-Tome, 1 down, 2 to go. You have anything else to say, actually? They say if you can find all 3 tomes, you'll find a huge treasure. You can trust me. I have a moral code. I'm not like the other navvies here. Gotcha. So from here, we want to head over to the Undersquare in specific, though I am going to also go over here and unlock that security cube from much earlier on, and get myself a Rope 2 battleship from this particular Viner. So the reason that Hades Isles network looked a little different is that once you enter the alpha portion of the game, in specific, I think once you hit World 3's base, the color is sucked out of basically all the internet areas besides the internet and post-game area. And it can get a little dull to look at, I won't lie. There are mods to restore the color once you reach post-game, specifically I think Prof9 made that for both the GBA release and the Legacy Collection release. But I'm not going to be using those for this playthrough. Also, welcome to Undernet 7! So hungry, must find bug frags. Give me 50 and move out of your way. You can get him out of your way, but I don't have 50 bug frags. A moment ago, though, we actually got Gut Impact. That is actively the final of the Gut Punch ship line. And it actually has its own command code, but once again, we have a new virus. These are Slimists. They're Slimies, but faster. And a lot more HP. They do also, of course, have Metagel 3, which I might rely on post-game. I'm actually not determined. I haven't determined that yet. So, Gut Impact. If you hold down the A button and press left B, down B, down B, Megaman does what's effectively just a stronger version of the Gut Straight command code, where I think he homes in on the nearest enemy and does 5 punches in a row that can break through shields. If you use especially attack pluses on that, that could theoretically be one of the strongest individual battleships in the game, but we're not going to use it too much. It's a mysterious door that emits an uncanny light. Words have been carved in the middle. This door shall open only for the truly strong. We can't worry about that until post-game. A moment ago, we did get the hammer, though. You're gonna need that for post-game, so make sure you grab that now just to have it for later. Our actual next goal is to reach the Undersquare. And also, since I haven't actually shown the way back to the square directly from any part of Undernet 5 beyond where the Drillman stuff is, we have to go over towards where Flame Man Alpha was, and then take this panel, go down here, and talk to this guy. Looks like you have what it takes. Okay, go through. I think he'll let you pass once you do the Drillman stuff anyway, but I usually come in from that side because it's faster. No, I gambled away 7,000 zenny! All I have left is this stupid old book. What, you want to buy the book? Oh, thanks. So, can you pay me 7,000 for it? If you can, I'll be happy to give you this land tome. Alright. Thanks, big guy. 2 down, 1 to go. Ah, yeah, now I got all that money I lost back. By the way, there are 3 old books, Sky, Land, and Sea. Remember this, Sky is above land, and Sea is lowest. Who knows? The old man who used to own this kept saying it. Alright, and that is actually going to be a very important hint for the end of this side quest. The final book in question is still in the Undernet, but we have to go a little bit further to get that, on top of the fact I can now go over here and open this Plant Man cube from way earlier. Not that the reward back here is particularly worth it. Lance S, I already had lances, but it's nice to have, it's nice to have. You're also going to need a certain battleship in order to get this final tome, I should note, and it's one we got even earlier this video. This book is a mess. Totally filthy. Not only that, I just don't get all these weird symbols. Huh? You look like something. What? Dirty old book? Yeah, it's not like I need it or anything, but still. I ain't giving it away for nothing. Look here. Give me your Magnum 1A and you can have the book. Which I already have, so I'll take it. Alright, we have a deal then. There you go. I just don't get it. Sky, land, and sea, 3 layers of significance. What's this piece of paper mean by that anyway? Some riddle? Beats me. So at this point, we have all 3 tomes, and we can go turn them in to end the side quest. But there's the matter of the reward for finding them to begin with. Old data looks like a cloud and some squares. Old data looks like a mountain and some squares, and some ocean and some squares. This hint sucks because they didn't translate it. Check the statue here. A strange statue given by a shady antiques dealer. When you shake it, something rattles around inside. Lan, take out those old tomes we got. Huh? Why? They had some strange markings on them, right? The same markings are on this statue. Look, the markings from the 3 tomes are right there. Whoa, cool. Lan, let's see what's inside. Yeah. Huh? Ah, it's just some old chip data. But look, this data is for a huge amount of cash. 300,000 zennies. And you can miss that. Let's talk about why that particular hint is the way it is before we go turn in the actual tomes, though. So the hint for all that zenny is tied between all the things the heal navis told us. The squares and dashes ultimately make up the solution, but you need to keep in mind the layers of significance line that the 3rd heal navi told us, and the fact that sky is above land and sea is the lowest. When you put them all like this, the squares actively make out the Japanese characters Haniwa, which is what that clay statue is called in Japan. Notably, Legacy Collection did actively translate this hint, instead making the squares and dashes resemble the word clay when put in that order. But that means for a good 20 plus years, basically, this side quest was not completable unless you looked into it or understood Japanese. Little rough, but oh well. You've brought them to me. Ah, yes. Nobody can touch them now. They're mine forever. You've done a great job, Navi. Here, take your reward. And our ultimate reward for that quest is a beloved chip of mine, Fast Gauge Asterisk. That's going to be my regular chip pretty much moving forward throughout the rest of the LP. That, when used, doubles the speed of your custom gauge in battle. Ready, Runt? We can also now battle against Bullman in order to fight his Alpha Phase, just to show this off. And, you know, getting his battleship's also kind of important. So something I should note about that previous side quest, though. Yes, we ultimately got a really good battle chip and 300,000 zenny for it. If you give that Navi the 3 tomes before getting the 300,000 zenny, to my memory, you can no longer get it. So if you're trying to have a lot of zenny saved up for post-game, either wait to do that until you've bought all the things you need to buy to begin with, or make sure you get that zenny first at the minimum, just to max yourself out, even if you are wasting even, like, say, 200,000 of that, which I still wouldn't do, but yeah, you do what you do. Bullman's battleship is pretty good on top of the fact I really like the coding of it as a B-code lover. Ah, so you're able to beat me. How striking. I'm curious as to just how far you can roll. I'll talk about what the battleship does in specific once we're actively doing the next side quest, though, because the next one's a little lengthy in a dumb way. Second to last side quest in the game, hide and seek. We need someone to be it in a game of hide and seek. However, this is no ordinary hide and seek. Whoever gets found by the one who's it must hand over a chip. Since we're looking for someone to be it, you have nothing to lose. So, who's up for some fun? We'll be waiting by the ticket machine in front of the zoo. Alright, over to Yoka area then. Kid we're looking for is pretty clearly just in the main area. Hey, you want to be it in our game of hide and seek, right? Alright, you're about the same age as we are. Woohoo! We made a hide and seek club and we try new ways to play. Today we're playing a cyber version using our navis. We'll hide in the zoo comp. You'll get a chip from everyone you find. Our navis are hiding already, so let's go. There are 5 people playing, including you. So once again, we must trek through the entirety of the zoo computer trying to find 5 NPCs scattered across its 4 maps. Ah, you found me. My hiding place was too easy. Here's the chip I promised you. Sword E. Did you find all of them? I'm not first, am I? Am I? It's bad news. By and large, I think there's one per map until the final map, in which case there's two. They're easy to find overall, though. Ah, you got me. I thought there might be a better place. I suppose I better give you this chip. Wanna try again? No? Ah, come on. Is this annoying to re-trek through again? Yes, but at least it's for an optional side quest rather than required by the story. Yikes, you found me. So much for that. Go on, take the chip. Gut punch E, a lot of E coatings I'm noticing. Should have hidden over there instead. I mean, the area's overall pretty easy to get around. It honestly, hide and seek in this place is kind of a mistake overall. And the last one's right over here. So you caught me. I really thought you'd never be able to find me. But a promise is a promise. Take this. What? I don't talk like you expected? Please don't bring it up. I get very embarrassed. Okay, I was wrong, actually. There's only 4 of them in the 4 areas. The 5th one's the kid who actually recruits us for this. But we're not quite done in Zoo Computer yet. I want to come over towards where we actively fought Beastman the first time around, because there's now a set virus encounter here against the entire Momogra line, including Momogur, the 3rd variant. Stronger, faster, usual jazz. Whenever you find a set encounter like this across any of the game's internet areas, these are viruses you're going to be adding to the virus breeder in order to raise them, give them bug frags, and get their battle chip. Some of them are located in kind of annoying places. I think this is easily the most out-of-the-way one gets, though, thankfully. And I might as well grab them while I'm here. So, to talk about Bullman's battle chip. When you use it, he spawns where you stand, of course. And then in the 3 panels in front of you, if there's room for them, of course, bowling pins will spawn in. Bullman then rolls his bowling ball across the row, doing damage outright, but hitting the pins as well. And the pins will then, I think, bounce into the nearest enemy or random enemies. I usually only tend to use him in boss fights when I do anyway, so I'm usually only dueling one opponent anyway. The virus you deleted is coming back. The virus is staring at Megaman. It seems it won't attack. Is this what the guy at Scilab meant by cleaning a virus? Yeah, it seems pretty tame. Not violent at all. I'll try sending it into the virus breeder. Lan, let's look more into this later. Good idea, Megaman. Check it out for me. And now we're done, so let's go talk to our client. Oh, I haven't had that much fun in a long time. Thanks. Here's something to show our gratitude. Now I'll take a gut impact H. Gonna need that for a program advance down the line anyway. Alright, time for the final actual side quest, but first I might as well grab that Momogra battleship. Welcome to our lab. This here's our latest invention, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Please, Bunny Momogra, blah blah blah, Momogra G-chip. There is something specific I should note about those chips, but I'll do that in a moment. Finding the blue Navi. We want to meet that Navi Megaman from the N1 Grand Prix. After seeing him in battle, we're his biggest fans. You don't have to stay long. Please, come meet us. We're waiting in Undernet 2. And that's totally not ominous at all. So Undernet 2 is our goal, but there's a couple of things I want to take care of along the way there, starting off over in Beach Square. You might remember we got an error code talking to someone with Blackmind in our Navi customizer. We want to do that again with this NPC in the corner. Hey, what are you looking at? Nah, that ain't it. I'm not very good at playing bad guys. Sorry, actually I'm an actor. I got the role of bad guy in Love and Loss on the Net. You know, the soap, but it's my first bad guy part. Maybe if I saw a real bad guy up close, it'd help. What do you say, Mega Man? Want to show him a real bad guy? Sure, but where will we find someone like that? That's easy. You mean me? You got it. I mean, what have you got to lose? Are you serious? Did you have something to show me? Oh, all right, but just this one time. Please! Yo! Hey, you looking for trouble, punk? You found it! Don't hurt me. Wow, what a performance. I see, yell yo and then start acting, and it all works. Thank you so much, I think I've got it now. This is great. Please take this small gift, it's the least I can do. And for that, we get a Team 2 Asterisk battleship. We're gonna need that for a program advance down the line. The Team battleship line is the one that's held by the Twin, Twinners, and Twinnist viruses. I don't really use it a lot, but I guess it might be useful in some strategies I'm not sure about. As you can see, I have Blackmind in my Navi customizer real quick just for that. And you may have noticed while we were on the Mega Man screen that Mega Man was kind of looking a bit weird. That indicates that Mega Man actively has a bug in his Navi cust. Like I said, you can progress with bugs, just that sometimes the effects are not worth it. I don't mind doing it for a quick moment like that, though, just to get a quick something else I might not have yet. Our next destination, though, is Undernet 1, because there's something I want to take care of really quickly over here. by heading to a very specific corner of this area we haven't been to yet, namely turning left here, and going to the end of this pathway will find us a set virus encounter with all 3 sorties to get them into our virus breeder. So something I should note, virus breeder chips come in technically 2 codes. The code you get by default, and a code you get from the chip order system at Higsby's. However, to my knowledge, you can only get the latter code if you put the first code away into the chip traders. So you'd be sacrificing it for what could be a better code, what could be a worse code. It really depends on the chip. Ultimately, I don't really think it's worth doing to begin with because I don't think the virus breeder chips are that good overall anyway. Now for our clients. They are over towards the exit to Undernet 4, so we just need to come up here and follow this pathway, and there are going to be a green navy along the way. Make sure you save just in case beforehand, by the way. Megaman, you came here playing hero? You're in way over your head here. It's payback time for smashing up our buddies. Yeah, of course it's all a trap. We do have a new virus here, though. We got Hardhead Omegas. They're the strongest hardhead. They're just pretty flat and simple. A lot of HP, and since they're so far away, breaking through that's kind of hard to do unless you're using Metal Man specifically. But at the same time, even though they move quickly, there's enough ways around them that they're not exactly a hard fight at this point. If they had put this particular virus during the major Omega Navi sprawl during the Undernet ranking scenario, this could have been a really hard fight. Right here, not so much. Yeah, I'll get you for this. Sorry, that was just a little joke. Well, this convinced you to forgive me. And that's all for an HP memory. 5 left to get, but we actively can't get most of those until the post-game. So really quickly, we're just gonna head back over here to the virus breeder and get ourselves a Sortie W virus chip. And with that, that's all the side quests done, so it's time for us to head off towards Endgame. For the final bosses, I have prepared a secondary folder that has program advances we haven't used yet on top of some other very powerful chips for very specific reasons. The most important thing overall, if you're going in for your first time, have some form of a cannon program advance in your folder, especially if you can get the M cannon program advance in there. It's really good for what's coming up. Make sure you're saved though, because once you're in here, it's point of no return. There you are, Wily.
Well now, if it isn't Lan! So you've defeated them all, eh? Those fool operators only served to delay your arrival. No matter. They were but pawns to be sacrificed.
You know, I should be surprised you're saying that, but that's still extraordinarily cold, let alone what you did to Inukai off-screen, apparently. Ugh. Wily, it's over for you. Mega Man and I will delete Alpha, once and for all.
Oh, you're already too late. Look above me. Alpha has already been 80% decoded. In just a few more minutes, Alpha will reawaken. He will then be transmitted from my antenna. The world will be engulfed in chaos.
We won't allow that to happen. Lan, please jack in.
Oh, you can't! There are no jacks in this room. You can just stand there and watch the world end. I shall now become Alpha's brain. I will then be able to destroy the net. Pulse transmission!
Lan, we have to stop Wily. But what can we do? There must be something. Nothing over there. Oh, an idea just entered my brain. Huh? Can't we use that? It's working! Mega Man, we'll use this to follow Wily! But Lan, if something were to happen to you in Cyberworld, like the World 3 operators, we don't have time to think about that. And those other operators are just unconscious. This is the only way to stop Wily. And we're the only ones who can do it. Lan... Okay, let's go. We can't let Wily get away with this. There's a slot for a PET in this chair. And ships are automatically sent from here. Okay, I'm ready. How about you? Ready. Just you wait, Wily. Go, pulse transmission! Ah! Lan. Megaman. So the pulse transmission worked! I'm in Cyberworld! I've never been able to look at you like this. This is great! I agree, it is! It's almost like a dream. No! Lan? What's wrong? No, nothing. Nothing important. Wily's this way. Let's go save the world together. Yeah. We don't have much time. We have to find Wily, quick! Roger. And this area is painfully small, actually. There's nothing to really do here besides just finding where Alpha is in this mess.
Base, that is Dr. Hikari's greatest protection program. Guardian. If you destroy it, absorb it with your ability program, you'll have even greater powers.
Old man, what are you planning making me stronger?
I desire only chaos and the destruction of net society. Why else would I desire to make you stronger?
But you're mistaken. It is not net society that I hate, but you humans!
It is your desire for revenge that brings us together. What do I care if this aged body is destroyed? As long as you fulfill your desires, I will be satisfied.
So you would sacrifice even your life for this? You amuse me. Just watch, old man. Watch me become even stronger! Oh boy. So this is the Guardian Core. If I absorb this, nothing in Cyberworld will be stronger than me. Get ability program. Wily.
You again! So you dared to pulse in.
You again. The Navi with the idiot of a human operator? Base. Humans aren't as stupid as you think they are. Humans think of Navis as merely tools to be used. Navis who don't realize that are just as foolish. I've never thought of Megaman as just a tool. We're true partners who trust and respect each other. Even Cossack, who created you. Silence! Exactly what I would expect from a human. Navis have no need for operators. All we need is the strength to exist on our own. Absolute power so that we need cower before none. I will weed out weak Navis who cannot fight on their own. Base, look back. I know that you once felt it. A feeling of trust for Cossack. Ha! You think that I retain such pathetic emotions. Time for you to be deleted. Come on, Mega Man, let's show him how strong we are. Battle routine, set. Execute. Base uses a lot of the same techniques we're used to seeing from his post-game super bosses in the prior two games. He can fire his buster just straight up down your row, but the main thing he'll do eventually is charge up his buster to do several of those in a row in a form called a buster rake that just kind of randomly chooses which rows it goes down. Pause buffering is the best way to dodge that. Otherwise, his only other attack for the moment is to do what's called an Earthbreaker, where he jumps up in the air, slams down, and destroys an entire column, doing damage. That one can be limiting, especially if you use a lot of ground-based attacks like things like Raton, especially if he does it further up in your area, even if you use area steals. But ultimately, this isn't that bad of a fight. Yeah, I'd say it's even easier than some of the actual base fights in the prior games, if only because they know you have to fight him for story. His damage especially is the thing that gets nerfed there. I did use the Zeta Cannon 3 program advance a moment ago, but that was largely just to get that out of my custom screen, because the thing with Base, like his prior incarnations, he does have a life aura by default, meaning you cannot do damage to him unless you do 100 or more damage to him in one blow, and even then he'll regenerate that life aura after a few moments anyway. Using an elemental sonic boom and then quickly following up with program advances that stun well, or chips that stun well, like the dances from the Guts Impact or the Zeta Yo-Yos, can do a lot here really quickly, as you can see. 2,000 zennies all I get for that, really? I cannot have lost.
And I was hoping that you'd delete each other.
What?
Base, the Guardian program that you destroyed. It was the final protection placed on Alpha. It takes a lot to destroy it, you know, so I used your power. It's the reason I used Gospel to make a copy of you. Just to bring back Alpha. Wily, you... Navis are, after all, just tools to use. Do you see now? I would use anything to complete my plan.
That dirty old man. Whoa!
Here it comes, finally! Alpha's awakening. It's the end of network society.
Base! Base is... what's happening?
That is Alpha, the beast who'll devour Cyberworld. This is the end of Net Society and the world. Alpha, swallow it all of it.
Huh? Stop. What? Ah!
Wily! It's even swallowed up Wily? Lan. Oh boy. So this is Alpha. The monster that would swallow all of Cyberworld. Lan, we have to stop this thing here and now. Of course, for peace and for our future. Let's go, Mega Man. Battle routine set. Execute. Alpha can be a very tough customer because while it already has 2000 HP, it has a little bit of extra tankiness on top of that. We have to do damage by hitting it in its core, which is the tile of the center, effectively. But it has a regenerating shield on top of that, so you need to keep the damage up to be even able to do damage at all. This is the main reason my folder has the Zeta Cannon 2 and 3 program advance, because not only is that very good at eating through the HP of the shield, but also Alpha has very few invincibility frames. So it's actually very easy to use those program advances anyway to melt through its health. The Zeta Yo-Yos are also very good at that. Let's talk about Alpha's attacks. The main thing you're going to see is effectively them trying to swipe you away with its hands. It'll swipe your column, then your row, so you need to move twice effectively to move around that attack effectively, but it then does that 3 times in a row, so a lot of moving pretty quickly. It can fire machine guns from its shoulders that track onto your position, so the best way to dodge that is just to never stop moving until that attack actively stops going off. It can charge up and fire a laser that hits the entire first column in the middle tile of your side of the field, which is a very annoying attack to deal with when used in tandem with its other attacks, because then your field is just so limited that's actively hard to get around anything, really. And then finally there's its 2 pinch attacks. It uses them both in the latter half of its HP, and they're both called Alpha Arm, but one is Alpha Arm Sigma, the other is Alpha Arm Omega. Omega's an easier one to talk about. It fires a large rocket down the middle row of the field, and if it hits you or the back of the field, it explodes, hitting all the surrounding panels. So if you see that and you're trying to dodge it, get to your front row if you can, otherwise put up an aura or a barrier. Alpha Arm Sigma is harder to dodge, but that's just because it does more attacks. Effectively, it puts out a lightning rod from its stomach and fires lightning down the alternating rows of your side of the field, so it's like top and bottom and then middle, top and bottom, then middle. So you need to dodge that very actively. It's really rough to get around that attack. If anything, I could recommend using the Invis chip line for that. Lan, we did it. We beat Alpha. Lan, something came out of Alpha. It looks like a door, but I wonder where it leads. Not to another part of Alpha, I hope. Megaman, let's check it out. We've come this far, so we might as well see this to the end. We have to see what lies on the other side of that door. Okay. Is this the real world? No, Lane, this is just an image file. It looks pretty old. I've never seen this place before, but it seems familiar. Familiar? Now that you mention it, I think I've seen it too. Let's try to figure out where this place could be. Yeah, good idea. Megaman, hang on! Megaman, did you find something? Lan, look. This lab coat's just like the one that Dad wears. Hey, you're right. Does that mean this is Scilab? But I don't remember a room like this being there. This must be Scilab sometime in the past. But who would create a room like this inside of Alpha?
It was meant to keep Alpha imprisoned.
Who's there?
No need to worry. I won't harm you. So, you're the ones who deleted Alpha.
Gramps? I've only seen pictures of him, but I know it's him!
Gramps. So you must be Lan, and that Navi. You would be Hub. You're the ones who defeated Alpha?
Yeah, Gramps, we got him! Didn't we, Hub? Wily was trying to revive Alpha and release him.
Wily? I see. So you used the post-transmission system. Wily was once a brilliant and ambitious scientist. So what happened to him?
He was swallowed up by Alpha.
I see. This never would have happened if he hadn't gone astray.
But, Gramps, why are you here?
I've been monitoring Guardian to stop Alpha's reawakening. It's my duty as the creator of Alpha. When Guardian was destroyed, I thought that all was lost. Thanks to you two, the world is safe. Now the core is gone, and the other parts of Alpha will fade. So, how are things in net society these days, Lan and Hub? Are the Navis and humans getting along well?
Of course! Some still use Navis for bad things, but we'll stop them. Right, Megaman? Yeah! Gramps, the network society we live in is a great place.
I see. That's wonderful. Lan, Hub, when you get back, give this to your father.
give it to him? You mean you won't be going back with us?
I'm already a thing of the past. Now that Alpha's gone, my job is finished. This is your era, lads. Oop! Alpha's starting to fall apart. Go, quickly, before you are swallowed up. You can't jack out of the post-transmission system. You'll have to go back to where you first posted.
But, Gramps!
Don't worry, Lan. Go on, my grandchildren. Hub, take care of Lan.
Okay. Come on, Lan, let's go. Gramps. We'll be sure to create a wonderful net society for you. One where humans and Navis help each other.
You do that. Now go on. You don't have much time.
Gramps, I'm glad I was able to meet you. We'll make your dream a reality.
Goodbye.
One last dodge out. I guess it is the proper reveal that, yeah, Lan and Mega Man's grandfather is just Dr. Light in this timeline. Lan, we're almost there. We have to get back to everyone, fast! I'm sure that Mail and the others are worried about us. Yeah.
Whoa! It's a part of Alpha! It's still alive! Whoa!
Lan! Lan! Huh? Mega Man? Ugh. Lan, are you awake? Mega Man, where are we? It's pitch black and I can't move. We're in Alpha, I think. We've been in here for some time. I can feel Alpha creeping inside of me. What? Are we going to be absorbed by Alpha? Looks that way. After just a few hours, we'll be just bits of junk data. We'll disappear along with Alpha. No! Isn't there some way we can escape? There's only one way. I'll need to build up all my remaining power in Overload. I think that should create a hole in Alpha for a time. You can use that hole to escape. And what'll you do after that? I can't do that. I can't be separated from you. We promised that we'll always be together. Cut that out. Lan, these are my final words as Hub Hikari. Lan, you have to go on living and have a future. I'll always be with you. No, Hub, I can't do that. I already died once and came back as Megaman.exe. Meeting you, playing with you, fighting with you. Every day that I spent with you was a happy one. And finally, I've been able to meet with you face to face. I've never been happier. Lan, you will be able to make so many more people happy. I'm so proud to have had a brother like you. Hub, I've been happy being with you too. But, and now I must speak as Mega Man. Just because I'm gone, don't you skip your homework. And learn how to wake up by yourself. I can't do it, Mega Man. I'll do my homework. I'll wake up by myself. Just don't leave me. Lan, nothing can replace the days I spent with you. Thank you. Mega Man! Goodbye, Lan. Lan! Okay, Mega Man, I'll wake up. Lan, wake up! Hey, Lan! Huh? That Dex? Lan, are you okay? He's okay, he opened his eyes. What are you doing waking me up? Wait, Mega Man! Where's Mega Man? Mega Man! Answer me! Come on, Mega Man! Well, I guess you did it, Lan. Alpha is completely stopped. Pretty good! I knew you could do it. You're the #1 net battle in AC/DC. No! I'm the worst operator there is! Mega Man's gone. Just to protect me. What are you talking about? Megaman can't be gone. Megaman. Let's go, Lan. This island is sinking from the battle. If we don't get going, we'll go down with it. But, Megaman! How long are you going to whine like that? He's gone. What? Chad, I think you're going a bit too far. Do you want to make his sacrifice all for nothing? Well, what's it going to be? Oh. Mega Man. Yeah, Mega Man. I understand. Come on. Everyone's waiting for us. Hey, yeah, we gotta get going. I feel like we could be running a little faster here, guys. Come on. Lan, to the boat. Okay. "10 hours after World 3's attack. Alpha, who had once threatened the world, was silenced, and a war that once had seemed imminent was averted. And... Hey, it's Beach Street! We're finally back! Wow, I'm tired. I'm surprised this old boat made it. We made it. Mega Man. Hey, guys! Yay! Mail!
I knew that you guys could do it. Silent reported that the computer malfunctions around the world have all stopped. A lot of people who worried about you are waiting at the TV station. Hurry over and show them you're okay. Dex, Chisao's there too.
You're kidding! Come on, let's go!
I'll take Cossack to the hospital. I'll catch up later. You guys go on. Everyone's waiting.
Thanks, Tora. Okay, let's go. I'm coming, Jisoo!
You guys better get going too. He's right. Let's go. Dex!
Hey, Jisoo!
You went into the World 3 base. You're so cool, Dex. You're just the coolest.
You're the best brother in the whole world, kid.
Those two sure are close. But it's kinda cute.
Chad? Yes? Father? Good job. Father? I cannot accept your praise. I only assisted Lan. He and Megaman were the heroes here. If you praise him like that Lan must be pretty good. Very well. I'll retract my praise for now. I must get going. I have an appointment. Yes, sir. Oh, and dinner's at 7 p.m. Don't be late. I can eat with you? Are you going to make me repeat myself? No, Father. Chad, you really helped me. Thank you. I did nothing. You and Megaman did everything. Thank him instead. But there's no way that just the two of us could beat Wily. I'm sure that Megaman would thank you too. Fine. I'll accept your thanks then. By the way, Lan, what will you do now? What do you mean? Your Navi. Will you get a new one? I think I'll try things on my own for a while. It may be a bit inconvenient, but I need to grow up. I always relied on Megaman too much. I guess I shouldn't have asked that. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry you didn't get a chance to get me back for N1. Don't worry. I'll get you for that. Someday. You'd better stay ready for that, too. John. I will. You bet. I'll look forward to it. Don't you need to get going? The girls are waiting for you. You shouldn't keep a lady waiting. Huh? Really? What a dope. Just get going. Well, whatever. See ya. Lan, what's with you? You look like you're going to cry. You just don't understand a thing about women! What's there to understand? The whole time that you were in the World 3 base, Mail was here worrying about you. Couldn't you at least go say something nice? Huh? Oh. Mail, I'm back. Oh. What's wrong, Mail? Don't cry. Tell me what's wrong. Oh, I'm just relieved to see you back safe. I was afraid you wouldn't make it back. Mail? I'm back. I'm okay. Hey! What did you do to make this girl cry? I didn't do a thing. I didn't make her cry. Oh, Tora, how's Cossack? Looks like he'll be okay. He'll be healing up for a while, though. Well, it's good to hear that he's okay. That Navi base said that it wanted revenge on humans. But I don't think it could bring itself to kill its father. Maybe so. Well, I'd best get going. Where are you headed to? Back to Swapopolis. My brothers are waiting for me. I'll meet you again someday, won't I? Of course. You and Megaman taught me a lot. I'll be back. Okay, I'm off. Send me mail sometime. You bet. See ya. I can't wait to tell my brothers about this. How the #1 operator and the #1 Navi beat World 3. Lan, it was fun. Tora, I had fun too. Bye. And stop making those ladies cry. I told you that wasn't me. Bye. And so the rivals part. That makes a nice picture too. Dad, Lan, you did a great job. And so did Megaman. You two must be exhausted. What's wrong, Lan? Are you not feeling well? It's not that. After that, I told Dad about all that happened that day. About Megaman, about Wily, about Cossack. I think I told him everything that I could remember. And then a little after I finished, I included an emotion simulation program in Navis in order to make them get along better with humans. It looks like that was a huge mistake. If Navis can have a will in their own emotions, then what is there to separate them from humans? Honey, if Navis are given a soul, then there isn't a difference. Maybe it was a terrible thing that I did to Hub. And to you, Lan, I made you feel the pain of both losing a brother and of losing Megaman. No! It doesn't mean that your research is wrong. Hub told me how happy he was to have lived as Megaman. I loved living with him too, and I learned so much. But I loved just being able to be with him. How can your work be wrong if it let me feel like that? But, Lan, Megaman is... But I'm okay! And Megaman is still inside of me. That's why I'm not going to be sad anymore. You two do the same. Mega Man would laugh at you if he saw you. Oh, Dad, what happened to the members of World 3? The officials are on their way to the World 3 base now. Oh, and Dad, Gramps told me to give this to you. A letter from Pup? This seems to be encoded text data. I can't read it now, so I'll take it back to Scilab with me. Dad, did you know about Gramps? Yes, I did. I know that I told you that Gramps was dead. But his data was stored within Alpha. That's why Alpha wasn't deleted until now. Oh. I'm sorry that I never told you. No, that's okay. If I had known that he was in there, then maybe I wouldn't have deleted Alpha. I'm sure it's for the best. Thank you, Lan. Huh? Well, I've been talking so much. I'm going to go get some air. Okay. Honey, do you think Lan's really okay? He's trying to act strong, but deep down I'm sure he's sad. I'm sure he is, but he's a tough kid. He'll be okay. All we can do is try to watch over him. Mega Man, I'll do my best on my own. I'll get up on my own tomorrow. And I won't be late for school. And I'll do my homework. I can do it all. By myself. Mega Man, I don't want to be by myself. Lan, you're not alone. You've got us. You guys. It's not like you to be moping about. Pull yourself together, Lan. What would Mega Man say? The only reason I'm better now is because you said you'd be my friend. Me too. If you hadn't become my friend, I'd probably still be in a hospital bed. So now it's our turn to cheer you up. Shun, Mamoru, all of you. You're right. I guess I'm not alone. Are you watching, Mega Man? Do you see all of my friends? I guess I'll make it after all. Come on, Lan. Let's go to AC/DC. Yeah. Four months after the World 3 incident, the officials and Scilab searched the World 3 base. They found Wily and his followers' personality data. They were all taken into custody. The questioning will start when they get out of the hospital. Mega Man and Base's data were never discovered, however. The letter from Gramps is still being decoded. Oh, and tomorrow I start the 6th grade! I came to Beach Street to tell Mega Man that. Mega Man, I start the 6th grade tomorrow. I hope they'll still be in the same class as everyone. I've done okay these last 4 months. I overslept a few times, but I did all my homework. I guess I can make it on my own now. Mega Man? Oh, it's mail. Oops, I'm at the wrong meeting place. I figured it was something like that. Anyway, this is kind of hard to say, but Dad's going to get me a new Navi tomorrow. At first I told him no, but 6th graders have to have one. But even if I get a new Navi, you'll always be inside me. Even if I get a new Navi, even if I grow up, we'll always be together. Once I get my new Navi, I won't be able to say this again, So, I'll just say it one more time. Jack in! Megaman! Execute! And that's the main campaign for Battle Network 3 Blue and White. Some minor differences here and there between the two versions, but I'll be covering those more in a bonus video towards the end of the post-game, because there is still a lot to do in this particular game. Battle Network 3 I'm very torn on, because I genuinely think it has one of the most interesting narratives in the series with active character growth and development for a lot of the main cast. But then especially the latter half of the game is just padded out like nothing else in terms of what they want you to do to get from one part of the plot to the next. It's a shame because I really do like all the advancements 3 makes. The style changes are great, the Navi customizer is great, if a little bit iffy to work with at first with the plot-related programs. And the actual plot scenario stuff we have to do here is really cool. But all those little bits that I don't like going through really do build up as I go through the game. I genuinely think Battle Network 2 is a much better paced game, even with the really bad scenario near the end. I think it's best put by looking at the part count for this LP. The finale for the plot here is part 11. 11 videos is how long the redo of Battle Network 2 was, period. And we still haven't started post-game for this one. Oh boy. But I could still easily recommend anyone who wants to try the series out try 3, because it does do really good, and it is a lot of people's favorite for good reason. The series was also originally supposed to end here, but then this game was a critical success and got some good sales going in, so they went in and made Battle Network 4 Beyond, which I think was ultimately worth it because my 2 favorite games in the series are the final 2 entries of the series. But if I had to say where this game ranked along all of them, I'd say it's probably, it is where it sounds weird because even though there's only 6 main entries, it's probably like my 4th favorite overall. But then I kind of go back and forth on where 5 and 6 get ranked, if they're a tie or not kind of deal, so that's a bit complicated on top of me including the spin-offs in those rankings technically, because Network Transmission I'd say is a bit easier to get into than say Battle Network 4 for instance. Had the series ultimately ended here, I do think it would have ended on a very high note for a lot of people. And that does make the fact we go from this into BN4 in some regards a little tragic, but we'll talk more about that when I eventually get to the 4 redo. Ultimately, I'm very glad at the state this game came out in, even though I think it had a lot of issues that could have maybe gone with a second pass.
Where am I? Am I alive? What do you want? Will you save me?
Ominous. Lan, are you ready for tomorrow? I'm getting ready. If you don't get to bed early, you'll oversleep. You don't want to do that on your first day of 6th grade. I know. Okay, that does it. I'm ready to start out as a 6th grader. Guess I'll get some sleep for tomorrow. I'm going to bed now, Mom. Good night. Okay, good night. Sixth grade, huh? Now that's almost here, I'm nervous. I hope I can get to sleep. I'm home. Welcome home, honey. Where's Lan? He's already gone to bed. That's too bad. I wanted to give him this. Oh, his new Navi? Yeah. I hope that he'll use it. I'm sure he will. So you made him a pretty good one? I think so. I'll just install it while he's asleep. Oh, something interesting happened today. What would that be? Remember that letter from Pop? Oh, did you finish decoding it? Yes, it had multiple layers of encoding. Just amazing. But yesterday we finally finished analyzing it. So what did it say? I knew that my son would be able to decode this. It looks like your skill has surpassed even my own. That's just like him, isn't it? And there's more. It talks about a certain area inside of Alpha. A certain area? The only area that Alpha couldn't touch himself. Pops' personality data was stored there. We didn't find that area in our initial search, but then... You found it yesterday, right? What was in it? Oh, you'll find out tomorrow. The next morning... Morning already? Oh... I'm glad you can wake up by yourself now. Huh? Have any bad dreams last night? That voice, Mega... Is this a dream? No, it's not a dream. Good morning, Lan. And that's why there's sequels. Got a good amount of the chips done too, over half the standard chips and over half the mega chips too, so we're doing good progress for the post game. But with that, I'm gonna need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much for 500 subs. I've been trying to get these through as fast as I can, but it takes a while to record RPG footage, edit it, commentate over it, especially when they get to be hour-and-a-half long mega videos that have completely escaped my scope and control, but I can't stop doing it! For those that were just here for the campaign, I hope you enjoyed it, and for those that are going to stick around for the post-game, I'm sorry for the grind and the complaining I'm going to do about this specific post-game, because Battle Network 3, for as much as I do like the main campaign, has probably one of my least favorite post-games in the series, in terms of just how much they want you to do. It's content value, yes, but I think they may have gotten a little carried away with it, as I'll go into as we go through it. I'll get started on the post-game, recording-wise, soonish. It might be a little while before the videos come out still, but that's just because there's so much to do. So with that, I want to thank y'all for stopping on in. Have a great night. Take care. Hope you're enjoying the main LPs that are going up at the moment. This should be going up before Starfy actually ends. When the case it's not, well, I hope you enjoy what's being uploaded now. Have a great night. Take care, and I'll see you guys, whatever you watch next, whatever that may be. See you guys then.